I don't know. I actually really know as just as much as you do about what they do with the testicles after they cut them off. What do you think they do?
I know what they do with circumcised foreskins.
What do they do with
They
circumcised foreskins
they put those in facial cream.
and facial creams? Kai,
Mhm.
what's up?
Man, it's been a hell of a 2 weeks, man.
In how so?
Mm, so one day, right, I went to a funeral, which was a family member, and then I went to sleep after the funeral and woke up to some crazy news that my grandparents were murdered by a kid that they fostered.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When was this?
September the 10th,
Oh, so this is like
right before
kind of recent.
9/11. Yeah.
They were murdered by a kid that they fostered.
Yeah.
Were you close with your grandparents?
Very. It just feel weird because, like, now my birthday is this Friday, right? And I can't go to their house because they're not going to be there.
How have you been processing this over the past month?
Working.
Okay. Has that helped at all?
Yeah, it really has. Smoking and working.
Smoking and working. What how old was this kid that they were fostering?
15, and he's charged as an adult for 2 counts of murder.
Oh wow. Have you been did you go down to the courthouse and
No. They took him to prison because his sister snitched on him after he murdered my grandparents because she knew what he was going to do because he told her.
So his sister knew that he was going to do this.
Yes.
But told after instead of before.
Yes.
How this is a loaded question for sure, but I mean, well, first of all, listen, I know we're in a public forum. Is this just this subject as a whole? I know it's rather fresh. Is it just a thing that you feel comfortable talking about on a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, how do you feel about this situation as a whole? Like, I know that's a loaded question, but what have you been kind of processing?
Shocked and like angry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel robbed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have you spoken to or had any contact with the sister?
No, I texted her because when I find her, I'm gonna beat her ass. But yeah, I haven't found her.
You're going to try to find her?
Yeah, when she turns 18, I know she's in the foster system right now. But when I find her, I'm kicking her ass.
Mm-hmm. What about your family? How has your family been reacting?
They cry, but they don't cry as much as I did because I'm a sensitive person or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad was like, don't cry because they are in a better place and my grandma is not in pain anymore. So I should be happy she's gone instead of in pain.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
How have your siblings been reacting?
My sister, she was sad at like the funeral, of course, but they've been holding up. I'm gonna take my sister because our birthdays are the same. I'm gonna take her to go to the funeral. I mean, not the funeral. Shit, the the grave site to go
Okay.
put some flowers on their graves.
Tell me about the funeral. What was the air in the room? How were people feeling? Was it did it feel healing to be with people who were in your grandparents' lives? What was kind of the vibe there?
It was like a full church, man. Like, it was packed to the brim. But none of them people really knew who I was, so it was basically like I was holding myself together.
They didn't know who you were? They didn't know that you were their grandchild?
Yes.
Did you get any kind of new perspectives on your grandparents by talking to other people that knew them?
No, I was there to mostly supporting my little sister because she was really, really close to my grandma.
Have you been in contact? Do you? Your little sister doesn't live with you, does she?
Nah.
Okay. Have you been in a lot of contact with her since this all happened?
Yeah, checking up on her. She really like art and stuff. I'm gonna try to buy her some canvases and shit.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, your life. Let's talk about that. Like you said that you're working a lot, smoking a lot.
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
I work at a hospital and I work at Dollar Tree.
Okay. And how has work been for you?
It's been straight. I got overtime, basically. Working so much.
Do you have any kind of aspirations for the future? Is there a thing that you hope to do with your life someday?
Yeah. I want to go to college. I should have went when I graduated high school, but I didn't. I waited like 2 years, but I want to go to be a neonatal ultrasound sonographer.
Nice. When are you gonna go to school?
Probably next year. Most likely next year.
Kaya, I feel like I want to tell this to you, and I want to, be sensitive about it because I know it's a sensitive subject. But can we talk for a second about you wanting to beat up this guy's sister?
Yeah.
Because I know that you're clearly very angry at the idea that, a person could have prevented this thing, and they didn't. And I know that makes you very angry. But hearing you just now talking about, you want to go to college and you have this career that you want to pursue, and you have a little sister and family who need you around. I hope that you don't do anything, even if you feel that it's justified, that would jeopardize your ability to do these things that you want to do.
I doubt it would, because I've never been in trouble with the law. And like, I can get my thing cleared after I get out of jail, if you know what I mean.
What
like
do you
my
mean by
record,
your thing cleared?
My records. I can get my record expunged.
How do you do that?
Oh, it's a long process. I have to ask my mom.
Well, listen, I don't know you, and I can't. This is an anonymous phone call thing, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I just again, hearing you talk about your little sister who needs you, you want to go to school, and I understand that you have these desires for vengeance, but I hope you don't do anything that would get you in trouble with the law, even if you feel it is justified, just because you have so many higher things that you desire to do. And you can take that for whatever it is, but I gotta say it to you.
Well, I appreciate you saying the Gek. I'm gonna take that to consideration. Okay,
good. Please do. I'm sorry to hear that all this happened, Kaya. I know it sounds like you're still kind of processing it all. Is there anything before we go that you feel like we didn't talk about? Any aspects of this? Or anything that you want to say before we go?
I can't really put anything to mind at the moment.
Okay. Well, good luck, Kaya, with the stuff that you want to do.
Thanks, Gek.
I'm rooting for you. I'm sorry to hear that all this happened, and I will talk to you again. That is true. That is very true. I will talk to you soon, Kaya. Good luck to you.
Bye, Gek. Love you.
That was interesting. Kaya, I feel like I am over my head with this podcast, but it is what it is. I am simply talking to random people on the phone about stuff and seeing what happens as a result of that. Kaya had a very calm demeanor to her, and it's interesting. I don't know what her outside demeanor, how reflective it is of anything she is feeling on the inside. And I said it to her. I said it 5 times, but I'll say it again. I do hope that even though she feels as though she should go out and enact some kind of revenge, that she does not do anything to jeopardize these higher things, like pursuing a career or being around to be there for her little sister. But thank you for calling in, Kaya. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, yourself.
We did that already. We did hey 2 times. You're doing hey a 3rd time? You're doing a 3rd hey?
We should just get right into it.
I think so too. What's going on, man? Tell me about everything. What did you want to talk about?
So I got my dog 3 years ago, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty good dog.
Okay.
He's a Hungarian Vizsla.
He's a Hungarian what?
A Vizsla.
Okay, he's a Hungarian Vizsla.
And he just turned 3. And yesterday I had his balls cut off.
Okay. All right, you have a Hungarian Vizsla. You took it to get neutered.
Yeah. I feel like it was a bad choice, you know?
Interesting. Why do you feel like it was a bad choice?
It makes me wonder, what do they do with all the remains? Do they, do they donate them? Do they keep them in a jar? What is it with people's infatuation with, like, the testicles of animals? Like,
I don't know what kind of people you have been hanging around, but I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't really know. There's only really a few people in my life who I feel like I know very, very intimately. Like a really finite, small, like 2-3 people tops. So there could be a lot more people out there that I just don't know about. that are, as you say, infatuated with the testicles of animals. So I'm not going to deny that is true. But as far as what they do with the testicles of animals after they cut them off, I would hope that they are either thrown away in some sort of biodegradable way, or they are used in some productive way, like maybe you can turn dog balls into hamster lungs somehow, and maybe they do that with them. But I don't know. I actually really know as just as much as you do about what they do with the testicles after they cut them off. What do you think they do?
I know what they do with circumcised foreskins.
What do they do with circumcised foreskins?
They put those in facial cream.
In facial creams?
Yeah. Like
what kind of facial creams?
Like the ones that women put on their faces to rejuvenate their skin.
Interesting.
It's
How do you
the whole
know that?
thing. I watched a compelling anti-circumcision video on YouTube. It was this guy's dissertation about not having boys circumcised anymore.
So you believe that women's facial products contain the foreskins of babies?
It's not a belief, it's a fact.
You're telling me if I Google this right now, it'll come up as there'll be like articles about it and shit.
I'm 104% sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I can't say so much about what happens with the dog's testicles.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. All right. I don't even know what to Google for this. Are there foreskin in? Is there foreskin in face cream? Holy shit!
Sounds good.
Oh my god. Boston Magazine. The baby foreskin facial is a real thing. If you are listening to this, Google, is there foreskin in face cream? Okay. Skin Medica is a company that uses foreskin fibroblasts to grow and cultivate new cells.
Yeah, they believe it rejuvenates the skin.
Okay, here this is from quartz.com. Several beauty products contain baby foreskin cells, urine, or snail extract. Okay. No, this is you're 100% correct here. This is right. This is true. I'm looking this up right now. Yeah, you're 100% correct.
It makes me sad, you know? Like, what happened to my dog's balls?
Okay, so you think that dog balls are being used for something similar?
I mean, why would it go to waste at this point? It's already in ladies' facial creams.
Okay, what do you think that they're putting? What do you think that they're putting it on? Putting it in?
Menstrual soup? I don't know.
Can I ask you this? I don't think I asked you this question. What's your name again? Dane. Dane, what do you hope they're doing with them?
You know, right after I picked him up from the vet, he had this look in his eyes, like he knew what I had done to him, you know? Like this look of disappointment. What do I hope? I hope that they don't go to absolute waste. I mean, he was using them.
Okay. All right, so you hope that they do something with your dog's balls, like put them in a face cream or a soup, just so that they don't go to waste.
I wish we didn't, fool around with private parts like that. It's all very confusing.
Well, Dane, you took your dog to get neutered.
It's like societal pressures, He can't go to dog daycare with his balls. It's like they require his balls in exchange to attend daycare.
Well, I mean, that's reasonable, because if he went and he had dog balls, he would just try to have sex with all the other dogs.
But if all the other dogs are spayed, what's the problem? It's like a two-sided
Well, if all the
coin.
other dogs are spayed, then it's not fair for him to not be spayed.
I call a spade, but this isn't fair at all, Like, imagine if you had a misbehaving child. It's not like you would take him to the doctor to have his balls cut off in 5th grade. I mean, 5th graders are monsters, but we don't cut their balls off.
I guess that's true.
I feel like I failed my dog yesterday.
You should make it up
And
to
he's
him.
going to be like a dog.
You should get him a treat.
Yeah.
Or
like
hey,
what?
I have an idea. Dane, listen, before we go, I'm going to throw this at you, okay? Dane, you go to a doctor and you say, listen, doc, I know what you guys are doing with the baby foreskins. I know that you're taking the baby foreskins and that they grow cells and that they can make new forms of life. And you say, doc, I did my dog wrong. I fucked up. I took away his balls. And you know what I'm going to do, doc? I want to give my own balls to the dog. And you have the doctor put you under anesthetic, cut off your balls, and graft them onto your dog.
That's just the advice I was looking for.
Thank you for calling, Dan.
Good night, Lyle.
I feel like I described a fantasy that he has had for a long time. I'm not going to get into it any further. I have no jurisdiction over what people do in their own minds. I am simply a gecko on the internet. Hello?
Hi.
Dan, it says here that you work at Arby's and you're stressed out a lot.
I do in fact work at Arby's, yeah.
So what's stressing you out about working at Arby's?
I'm not a very sociable person. Honestly, whenever I first got hired at said Arby's, I was not in charge of any customer interaction, but eventually I worked up the courage to ask my manager, like, hey, can I train to take orders, give people their food, smile and wave, all that, happy service with a smile, customer service stuff. Yeah. So I've done that, and I've been doing that for a while, and overall, it's a pretty good gig. I make not great money, but I'm comfortable where I'm at. But it's just certain customers can be a little bit over demanding,
Okay. So you had a little bit of social anxiety. You were working in the back, and then you were like, I'm going to face my fears, go up to the front.
Definitely.
Okay. So these customers that are rude to you, give me some examples of some of the interactions you've been having.
Well, for the most part, people here at my local Arby's are very polite, very accepting of any shorthandedness, slow service. We might not have like the meats that you desire. We might not have your favorite side order. Like we have mozzarella sticks, and people love our mozzarella sticks. I, for one, think they're okay. They're not the greatest mozzarella sticks, but we've had people get like very angry if we were ever out of them. But overall, the customers are nice, but there can be people who are just kind of assholes, just through and through. Like,
in what way?
For example, Mr. Gecko, this one lady came through the drive-thru because nowadays I am in drive-thru taking orders, cashing people out, handing their food through the window, trying to get it done as speedy as possible. This lady comes through my speaker, and she starts asking, like, do you have chopped chicken? I had no idea what she meant by this, so I asked her, like, do you mean our roasted chicken? Do you mean chicken tenders? Do you mean chicken nuggets? But she was very adamant about it being chopped chicken. So I told her, ma'am, I do not have anything called chopped chicken on my menu.
Yeah.
Would you like to try anything else that I just offered? And she, in typical, Ohio fashion, goes, you're fucking ignorant, and just drives off. And I sat there for a minute, just absolutely bewildered at how one human being can be so awful.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, listen, you have chicken, right?
Yeah, we had roasted chicken, but
okay, and you guys you got knives over there, right?
Yeah. We have knives.
Okay, yeah, so theoretically you could take some chicken and chop it up and put it in a bowl.
Yeah, we could, but like at the time, the closest thing to what I was assuming that she was talking about was our roasted chicken, because it's already pre-chopped, It's already in like these little morsel bites that you can just pop in your mouth if you really wanted to.
Okay, all right, so you did have chopped chicken.
Yes.
All right, so this was all just a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, but that's the worst part of it. Most of it is misunderstandings, but no matter how polite you try to be to certain customers, it's always at the end of the day your fault. Like, I had this one dude who, if you get food from inside of the store and you're carrying it out, typically there is no tax, except for that rare occasion where there is, because there's like beverage taxes and sugar taxes and stuff like that, So this guy comes through my drive-thru and he says he gets his order, and I tell him his total, and he starts going off on me. Like, he starts yelling at me about how I'm wrong, and I tell him, like, sir, the sandwich you ordered, sure, the price is listed differently than what I told you, but that is for a small. Our prices listed are for smalls. We have like this little space. Dan.
Yeah. Look, I think, can I see, this is tough because I feel in all seriousness, I feel your pain, man. It's hard to deal with people who are aggravating. It's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you just gotta sit back and laugh at how funny it is for somebody to get really upset about chopped chicken. And these people, Dan, listen, you did nothing wrong. And you're upset because everyone is making you feel like you did. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything even remotely wrong. But you're dealing with this person who lives in a universe where it is justifiable to get upset about chopped chicken. And what you don't want to do,
pretty ridiculous.
what you don't want to do is let this person drag you into her universe. Because the longer you take that with you, it's like this person's upset about chopped chicken, and then you're upset that she's upset about chopped chicken, and then all of a sudden you're upset about chopped chicken, and without even realizing it, you've been pulled into the chopped chicken universe. And I just want you to, as you deal with all this stuff, be intentional about where you find your anger going, and try to steer it away from the chopped chicken universe, because it's not a good place for anyone to be in. Because you could very easily just laugh off this woman. And I understand for you how it's like, okay, I can laugh this off, but if it's just a relentless sea of constant, non-stop chopped chicken people, how it could be easy to get pulled into their universe of anger. But you're better than that, Dan. I really feel like you are. So if there's a way for you to be more mindful of where you're letting your anger go and not let it get dragged around, and really take hold of it and use it intentionally for places where it matters, I feel like you would be happier. But also, I don't want to be dismissive of you and how you feel. So, tell me what you think of all that.
At the end of the day, I feel more or less the same way you do, Gecko, sir, because I did end up laughing at just the sheer absurdity of this woman who
it's
claims to have been able to order her chopped chicken. But I also feel like there's not enough people in this world that are genuinely polite and understanding towards fast food workers, because it's a job that many people view as like many layers beneath them. So it's just like, in their minds, fast food workers are not people.
Can I ask you a question, and you would know this, and I from experience, are most people, the majority of people that come through, decently pleasant?
Yes.
Okay, good. But it's just every now and then, and please don't let me put words in your mouth. Stop me if I'm wrong. Is it just kind of a every once in a while you will encounter a chopped chicken person?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One day
if that's true.
Chicken, one day.
Okay, and I'm just saying, if that is true, and please tell me if it's not, if you've had a different experience. But if that's true, for your own sake, not because they deserve it or whatever, but just for your own sake, don't let people drag you into the universe where we get upset about chopped chicken. Just for your own sake. Just you doing what you can within your power, because you can't control other people being pissed off at you and other people being upset, but you can control whether or not you allow them to rattle you. And I hope you take pride in not letting that rattle you, because it's a skill. A lot of people can be very easily dragged into the universe of this fucking person said this fucking thing to me, and that fucking fuck them, and then and like that just overpowers their thoughts, and then all of a sudden this person has power over you because of that, and you just gotta let that go for no reason other than it'll make you feel better while you're doing your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that resonate with you? I want to be respectful of how you're feeling in this, and I'm not trying to tell you that you are, whatever the justification of your feelings, but just does this
I'm
feel...
not taken at all, Mr. Gecko.
Okay, good. Does this resonate with you?
A little bit, yeah. I'm not a particularly confrontal person. In all honesty, I hate confrontation in almost any form.
Sure.
I told a story to your assistant. You can ask him if you would like further details. But like after that, my entire body just started feeling like numb. Like I needed to take a nice like ice bath to just like calm every nerve, every muscle in my body. Just was begging for like, we need to shut down. Something horrible just happened. It can't get any worse than this. But like in my mind, I know that that's like, it's not stupid. Like you should be able to express your emotions freely. But like, I am what a lot of people would consider a doormat in most situations. But those very, very rare occasions where I do stand up for myself, I just feel absolutely horrible for the person that I just accosted. And I know I shouldn't, but it's just like, I do not like being a rude person.
You don't have to be a rude... What's your name again? Dan? Dan, you don't have to be a rude person, and you don't have to take your vengeance in the form of blowing up at people or accosting them. You just have to... I want you to, like... take some form of intentional control over what you are going to choose to be upset about.
Yeah.
For no reason other than your own sake. So like, so a person comes to you and is an asshole to you, and you're like, fuck, I cannot believe that this person was so rude to me. And it's fucking an hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, and you're still in your head going like, I can't believe that person fucking said that to me. I should have said this back to them. I should have said this, that. At that point, when it's 3 hours past, just take an objective look at the situation and go, listen, for my own benefit, I need to go. I
need to step back, yeah.
You just need to step back and be like, I can't let this stew in my brain because it's unproductive at this point, and it's distracting me from any number of more productive thoughts and feelings I could be having. And just optimize your emotions for yourself, not in some way that you're going to yell back at them to restore some kind of a fake balance in the universe that will never get restored. But, however you can react in such a way that optimizes your own personal peace. And that does not necessarily have to be you accosting people, whatever it is. I would just think in those terms. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel now that I've shared this info, honestly, more publicly than I ever have, I feel a lot better, Mr. Gecko. I thank you for the opportunity.
Good. Dan, is there anything else you want to say to the people or the computer or to me or that you feel like you didn't get out or and just anything at all before we go?
I just want to leave one quick message and give a shout out to one of my friends. The message that I'd like to leave you all with today is don't be assholes. Just be kind to one another. Try to find your own happiness. Don't don't be the chopped chicken lady of your social circles. Be a good person. Be good people. And
Thank you very much for
I'd like to
calling,
give
Dan.
a shout out to...
Oh, yes, you have a shout out. Please shout out. I'll stop talking. Give me a
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah. You're fine, Mr. Gecko. I would like to give a shout out to James, somebody that's been a good friend, a good shoulder, a good bro for many years. Many years. I've helped him, and he's helped me, honestly, I feel like more than he knows. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gecko. Bye, Twitch.
I don't know why I said I'll see you soon. I don't know if that meant that I'm going to Arby's soon or if I just said that because that's one of the things that people tend to say at the end of conversations, and I needed to find one of those phrases, and that's the one I found. But anyway, listen, I tried to navigate that mindfully because I'm playing devil's advocate to myself all the time of like, people should be able to feel their feelings and stuff. And I totally agree with that. But I just am like, at a certain point, you got to optimize for what's the most productive way for me to feel about this situation and go about this situation just for my own peace. And sometimes it's not to blow up and chew the other person out or to be as mad as you possibly can about Chopped Chicken Lady. And here's another thing. Chopped Chicken Lady is inevitable. She's inevitable. She's people being dicks or being rude to you is just an inevitability. It's like it's this inevitability of the universe. It's a constant, and you can't take it personally. And you just got to go look. Fuck! I heard this thing. I'm gonna shout out. I'm gonna shout out this guy I like on the internet who says stuff. His name is Ryan Holiday. He talks a lot about Stoic philosophy. He said this thing that I've been thinking about a lot. He said, "Pay the taxes of life gladly," and I liked that. And I feel like dealing with just rude people is like a tax of life. It's an inevitable thing. And so when it comes upon you, just be like, look, 90%. And I asked Dan about this because I wanted him to clarify because I have not worked fast food and he has. And so I wanted it from his mouth. And he said that 90% of people that come to him, he didn't say 90%, but he said a majority. I don't know why I'm making up numbers. But anyway, he said a majority of people are cool. And it's like the few that are assholes, and just to accept that a few people are assholes when they come to you and that it's a constant and to not take it personally will make you feel better. And if it makes you feel better, then I think that's the way you should think about it. I am a gecko on the computer saying words to people. Let's take another call. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Is this Lyle?
Yeah, who am I speaking with? Who am I speaking with?
I asked to be anonymous.
Okay, so I'm
Just
gonna
in
call
case
you
someone knows him.
I'm gonna call you Leanne. I'm gonna call you Lee. That's too much. I'm gonna call you
Yeah, that's
well, give me a name. You pick your name.
Oh, let's go with like Ava. That's cool, right?
Ava? Okay, I like that. I was trying to think of something short.
Okay.
I feel like Leanne is
Okay,
too many
We'll go
syllables.
with that.
Okay, Ava. Hello,
Yeah, that was a
Ava.
lot.
What's going on with you? What's up, Ava? How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I just went to class today and did some homework, and I saw you were on Twitch, and I called like right away. So yeah, here I am now.
Is there a thing in particular that you wanted to call in to talk about?
I just turned 21 not that long ago, and I've kind of like always been into drinking, like kind of since I was like 18 or 19, and it was kind of like more of a problem more so during COVID, I would say. But I got better with it, and then once I turned 21, I feel like I fell into like a bad, like, dark, twisted spiral of, like, drinking and, like, going out every weekend. And I think it's, like, I'm just starting to make worse and worse decisions every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to, like, dabble with drugs, and I don't like doing drugs. Like, it's not my thing, and it started to scare me because that's not me. So I just wake up in random guys' beds every weekend, and I wake up on Sunday, and I just feel like a piece of shit. And I don't know, like, I regret all my decisions. Like, I know, like, on one hand, it's like I know I'm 21 and I'm just having fun, but then on the other hand, I feel like I'm, like, letting myself down and, like, my family down. And I just go through this basically same cycle every single weekend and, like, every Sunday when I wake up. And I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of disappointing, like, my parents and, like, my brother in a way. Like, my brother drinks, but, like, he gives me a lot of shit for it. But it wouldn't be a problem, but it's starting to become something I look forward to every weekend.
Yeah.
So it's starting to really bug me and make me feel like a terrible person, kind of.
Okay, so the drinking and the partying and everything has been going on since you were 18.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really so much, like, it wasn't like a ton of partying. It was like, especially with COVID, I would just kind of like drink with my friends, like, at home, because we didn't have to go to school anymore.
And
so it got pretty bad.
And you're noticing that since you were doing it when you were 18, it has gotten progressively more intense as you've gotten older and as you've turned 21.
Yeah, especially since that.
How often are you going out and partying and drinking?
It's like every Friday and Saturday night.
Okay, every Friday and Saturday night. And you say it's not you. That's what you said.
What do you mean, not me?
Isn't that
like,
what you said?
Like
you
me?
said, yeah, you said it's not like you, or something to the tune of it's not how you want to be.
Well, it's like I have a good time doing it. I think it's because I have so much anxiety. Like, once I have a few drinks in me, like, I just, I think everybody can relate. Like, I feel good and, like, I feel better. But, like, I wake up the next morning and I just like reflect on myself, and I'm just like the decisions I made, like how much I drank, the things I texted people. I'm like, that's not you. And I just like, I feel like it's not like the me I resonate with 100%.
Okay.
And I just feel like shit. And then to, like, make myself feel better, I'll just, like, drink again, not think about it, but then I'll feel the same way the next day. And
so
you're a habit.
So I mean, I asked you that because you're talking about this, like, cognitive dissonance between who you desire to be, who you feel like you are, and then who you feel like you are when you're out drinking and texting people things that you feel like you shouldn't be texting them. Tell me more about this more ideal version of yourself that you have in mind.
I feel like the most ideal version of myself was me, like, 5 months ago. Like, I went through a period of me, like, consistently going to therapy. Like, I was going to the gym, I was going to church, and, like, eating right. Like, I lost a ton of weight. Like, I was doing great. And then I fell off when I got sick. Like, I got COVID. So then, like, I wasn't really eating or couldn't go to the gym for a while. And instead of, like, just getting right back on it, I just fell off. So I started kind of, like, slowly getting into those, like, drinking habits again and just, like, eating like shit and not being my best self. So, like, I know, like, what my best self looks like and what I need to do to get there. But it's, like, since I'm in this phase of, like, going out and just having fun and being able to go out and do that, like, I don't want to stop. But, like, it's not, like you said, the ideal version.
So, Ava, you told me you were going to therapy for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I had here's the thing. I have a wonderful therapist. I've seen her for, like, over a year, but she got into some legal trouble, so I haven't been able to see her for a few months.
Oh, geez. Well, I mean, that aside, when you were going to therapy, what did you discuss these kinds of issues with your therapist? And if you did, what did they tell you about it?
Yeah, I did. And, like, I don't know if anybody else, like, anybody that's listening is gone, like, your therapist will kind of tell you things without, like, they'll try to, like, tell you the right things, but they want you to, like, figure it out on your own. So, like, they're not gonna, like, she wouldn't, like, sit there and tell me, like, hey, here's what you should do. Here's
Well,
what you're doing
give me
wrong.
okay. So she's telling you things to help you try to figure it out on your own. Tell us what those things are.
She'd kind of. I think I like do it as a way to just like escape my anxiety and like get attention, especially from guys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's of course easier to do that after you've had a few drinks in you. So I feel like I use it kind of as an excuse almost. Like
Okay.
then I can use it as an excuse.
So you're seeing it as a way to escape anxiety and get attention.
Yeah.
So what do you this anxiety that you're escaping? What do you think you're anxious about?
It's like from therapy, like I know it's like anxiety from like my family, and school's a big stressor right now.
Yeah.
And like money and stuff. And even though I don't have money, like I just continue to go out and get drinks from guys and stuff. Like I don't know. It's just like
because
really
listen,
bad.
I'm obviously not a real therapist, but I do feel like you talking about these things in therapy and exploring the kind of underlying reasons as to why you do things could key you in as to like, okay, well, if I'm anxious or if I want attention, first of all, why am I anxious? Why do I want attention? And then second of all, are there healthier ways to deal with that anxiety and that need for attention than, to get twisted?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I feel like that's the kind of thing that that they tell you about this stuff. So, I mean, if we can get into it, what other ways do you feel like you could deal with your anxiety?
Like, honestly, I know as cliche as it sounds, like when I was going to the gym and like taking care of myself and like what I ate, like I was so like mentally, I felt like the best that I had in a really long time. And going to therapy consistently really helped, but like I was so comfortable with her and like she knew everything about me. So like trying to find another one and like convey all my like issues in my life and everything
Catch them
again.
up to speed. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, and it's more money, which I don't have right now because I'm in college, and it's just like, so it's like I know the steps to get there. It's just a matter of like taking those steps. And,
What
like,
about
making those better decisions?
What about the attention thing? Why do you feel like you're clamoring for attention from people?
Probably daddy issues. I've talked about that in therapy too. And it's like I realize it, but it's like I don't know what to do to fix it.
What does your therapist tell you about those issues?
She'll like explain it, like she'll like when I make these decisions, she'll tell me, she's like, well, like, so this is why you're doing this, most likely because as you were raised, your dad acted this way, blah blah blah.
Huh.
But I don't know how to really like she'll tell me why, but it's like I don't.
But it's like I don't know what to do with this information.
Yeah, it's like I'm hearing you, but it's like what do I do to get that like validation and that like attention by not acting like a
look, not to play therapist, although I guess that's what I'm always doing all the time.
Yeah.
But this like need for attention, does it come from any kind of like a low self-esteem?
I don't. It might, but it's like, and this might sound like self-centered, but like I don't have a problem like getting attention from guys, like if I want it.
Sure.
So it's like I don't know why I go out of my way to like get more and more.
Well, I mean, do you feel like you're addicted to the validation?
Yes. Yeah, it makes me feel yucky.
Yeah. I mean, that's a common thing for a lot of people, getting addicted to kind of outside validation. In my personal life, I had plenty of eras where I've been addicted to validation.
Mhm.
And I found it gets better when you try to form some kind of your best defense against that is to build some kind of internal structure of self validation. It's something I feel like we've talked about on here a lot, and something that I'm always thinking about, just in real life and shit. I don't have a set in stone roadmap on how to do that, but I know that if that's one of the big issues you're struggling with, then you kind of would likely benefit from walking down the road of at least attempting to do that. Because if you don't have any kind of internal validation or sense of self or understanding of yourself as a certain kind of person that you can be proud of, then you're just gonna get fucking jostled around by the chaotic winds of other people's opinions and validations, which is you know, a hard way to live.
Yeah. For sure.
So I guess those two things, the building of the internal confidence, and then what was the other thing we talked about? That was for the attention thing, and then there was the anxiety thing. What did we say about the anxiety thing? I forgot.
I forgot too.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna remember it. Oh well, good thing we recorded this. Okay, with anxiety, your therapist. Oh yeah, ways to deal with anxiety. Oh yeah, okay. It was you.
Yeah.
It was you talking about going to the gym and fucking eating stuff. I mean, that's how I look. I do a lot of things to deal with my anxiety that are unhealthy. I'm gonna be a hypocrite here. I'm eating candy. I don't go to the gym. I'm fucking. That's how I deal with my anxiety is through unhealthy coping mechanisms. But yeah, I think we both know that the cliche but correct answer to our issues is to do all the shit that every single person has been raving about forever, which is to eat healthy and exercise. But hey, let me know if that works for you, because maybe I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I need to get back on it, and I just need to not give myself such a hard time for, I guess, like, living my life. I just need to, like, tone it down a little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't, I mean, this is a hard thing, because, I mean, look, if you enjoy going out and doing your thing, and you find yourself getting genuine positive social interactions and life experiences out of it, then that's good, but keep an eye on it, because I think once you're looking at it and like, well, no, these nights out aren't giving me positive life experiences and cool stories and human connection, but are really just kind of serving the darker sides of what I desire, then it might be time to try to slow it down. But, I guess just try to keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
Ava,
I need to. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
No, but thanks for talking to me, and I'm glad I got through finally. Yeah,
thanks for talking to me too. I will see you around on the computer, Ava.
Yeah, I love you, Geck.
Ava forever.
Oh yeah.
That was an interesting call. That was something I feel like I've talked about 100 times. The building of internal confidence and trying not to eat shitty. Every time I give the building of internal confidence speech, it makes me think about myself. I think about how much I have built an internal confidence, and I think I'm getting pretty good. But I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to say something to me, or something bad to happen to me, or anything like that, where I can really test my foundation. But it hasn't happened yet. And then with the eating thing, I mean, fuck. I ate like 3 Almond Joys before I came on here. I probably shouldn't do that.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right, he's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not really an expert.